Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Old World, and we are back with the wonderful city of Roma. We've also got Antium now, as well as Beneventium? Beneventum. Okay, I was close. Beneventum and Ostia. We've got roads to pretty much everywhere, but I believe Beneventum, which we'll need to build roads toward as soon as we possibly can. All of our workers are a bit away, though, and we do have an explorer, I believe, a scout, rather, from Persia hanging out over here. Somebody made a point that who would have imagined? I guess I thought we were King Philip. We're King Romulus the Good. I don't know what that... There was a comment about Philip... Help. Anyways, moving forward, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. From Active Malice, King Romulus the Good got +1 discipline, and our son Manius died. That was a tragedy for sure. Horrible, horrible way to end our last episode. Oh my god. If you guys hear a ringing in the background, it's because our fat cat has decided that now is the time for her to scuff. She's like scuttling across the floor like at high speeds for some reason. Okay, so we have a scout over here that's just kind of looking around near Ostia. We've been kind of gathering resources with them. We could get some more resources from here. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Let's go ahead and take some wine. We can get some more wine here and potentially here. We're getting all the wine. Our people shall drink forever. It does look like Persia's getting ready to found a city here, which I'm not super fond of. But we're not enemies with them, so I'm going to move closer just to get an eye on them, and then we'll jump over to our next unit. We have another scout kind of over here hanging out, and then our workers are already busy doing their worker things. Oh my gosh, I don't know what she's doing, y'all. I apologize if there's ringing in the background. Let's move up here. Looks like there is a city site here that we could potentially found on. I don't think I've seen her run like this before. My god, if she comes over here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. She's a big cat. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, I think, and just hide in this forest for a moment. Now, what's interesting here is we did find another city site. It is right along this river, which makes it kind of ideal. But there's also a city site here, or rather, that's the Gauls. Wow, in -7 years, that'll upgrade into an outpost. This one's going to upgrade in 15 years, -9 years. So what happened? Because these were closer to upgrading to an outpost before, and I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, is it because of their tribute to us? Are we taking all their growth? That's interesting. It's interesting, too, because I don't know if there's a way for us to, like, meld them into our society, but we're going to try to do that at some point in the game. Spearmen selected. I'll use spearmen to combat mounted units. Okay, so it seems like Unix excel against enemy mounted units, which can't ignore a Pullman zone of control. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing mounted units can ignore, like, a warrior zone of control. Spearmen also have a piercing attack, striking the unit behind their target for partial damage. Nice. I like that. So we do have spearmen now defending our city. I believe we also have spearmen over here. We do. So all of our cities except for Antium and Ostia are being defended by spearmen. I do think that that's actually adding to the city's discontent, though. If we look here, -1 defending families, military units. Yeah. So by having military units here, it's actually... Oh, I wonder if it's because they're from the same family. So, like, in this instance... No, that wouldn't be the case. If that's the case, then Beventum wouldn't have the same minus, and they don't. Okay, so that's interesting. So you actually don't want the family controlling the city to be protecting the city. So we're gonna send these guys up to Antium here. And then in Antium, I think after this stonecutter finishes, we're gonna go ahead and make a spearman, and we'll send that spearman down to defend Roma. And now if we go to Roma, that's no longer providing discontent, which is awesome. But wait a minute. It's no longer reducing discontent. I see, because dies are reducing discontent there as well. So I guess we will need to move this guy back. I probably just blew a bunch of orders there, figuring that out, guys. Apologies for me being a little bit slow here. Just a slight bit. That being the case, I wonder if we move these guys back, if they will also contribute to the loss of discontent. Now, we did have them down here to defend Beventum, but in reality, if we find that defending them with their own units is actually more beneficial... Oh, we just buy a spearman here. I like that. Haha. Okay, so we'll buy a spearman there, and that'll give us the ability to have somebody from the Julius family defending the Julius holding. That makes more sense. I was confused. I thought maybe the reason why it was generating discontent was because you were essentially creating the ability for the family to extort people living there, but obviously I was wrong, and it makes more sense this way anyway to have the cities defended by their own military. So here in Ostia, this family should be nice, and they don't actually have to be on the city tile. They can be on any tile sort of in their range of control, which is excellent, because that means we can have multiple defensive units if we need to. That's really cool, actually. Okay, so workers are busy, busy, busy. 2 years until that worker is clear, and it's going to be a long trek to get them down here to build this road, but we do need a road from Boventum and Roma. And who is working on a settler? Because I know somebody should be. Is it Ostia? Ostia has a settler in queue. We're not going to get to it for another 3 years, though. It is what it is. Once we get that settler, we'll either settle down here, or we will try to reach out a little bit further. It does look like Persia's settling there and there, so they're expanding rather rapidly. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. I think we need to watch Persia. And I'm relatively sure that historically Rome and Persia had this nice little war, and I think we might get there. Your doctors and diviners have warned you that the end is near. Time to get your affairs in order. Okay. You are now known as the Strong. Hey, I'll take it, guys. I will gladly be the Strong. Okay, resource shortfall. Spent 14 gold to buy 7 iron. How are we running out of iron? I thought, oh, we're working on things right now to improve our iron, I believe. Iron is one that we've had trouble generating. Youch. Okay, so yeah, units are a problem for that. I'm reasonably sure that this guy's supposed to be bringing in iron, but it doesn't look like he is. Miner specialist does not bring in iron. Where did we... I know we were looking for iron and we had like a way to gather it, but I can't remember where it came from. So it doesn't come from here. It's not coming from the quarries, because the quarries are just doing rocks. Are we building a mine over here? Is that where iron comes from? Yeah, okay, so once that improvement is done, we'll actually be generating enough iron to counter the loss of iron that we have right now. And we have plenty of money to work through that, so it's not a big deal. Boventum has trained a worker. Lovely. Okay, so I guess we don't need to send a worker down, because we have one here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to start building a road towards our previous city. We should have plenty of stone coming in to allow us to do that. And what I'd like to do with this explorer is kind of get a better view of what exactly is over here. Because if we can, we would like to expand in a way that sort of limits the expansion of Persia. Like, I don't really want them to continue pushing towards our area here, which is what they're doing. They're slowly encroaching on our area, and I don't like that. We could build a city here, but that's not really going to expand our area. It's still going to allow them to kind of encroach on our area. Persia is, in my limited knowledge of sort of ancient cultures, Persia is an expansionist nation, so they're probably going to continue pushing. Alright, so we got the Strong, we discovered navigation, lovely. And we have plus 10 orders from a culture event. Wow, okay, so we have a ton of orders now, guys. Like, we have a ridiculous amount of orders. I'm gonna go ahead and move this unit right here. Actually, you know what? Let's go... Doesn't really matter that much. We just want them within our city borders so that we can counter discontent. And I'll move this guy right here. And now if we go into Roma, I wonder if we'll see a -2. Lovely, we do. No, we don't. It's only -1. So it doesn't matter how many defending units you have, you only get that bonus once. But we can see that it is on a downturn now due to the dies, so this should actually reverse itself, which means we don't need to do things like festivals to reduce it. That's kind of cool. And it looks like we have a gifted inventor. A gifted inventor in Roma has risen to national prominence, capturing the interest of the court. How shall we employ this remarkable cultural event? So we can go as a thinker and a scientist and add them to the court as a great scientist, or as a military engineer and get a great soldier. I think that we've had plenty of great soldiers here. I want to see what a great scientist can do for us. Pompeia Valeria the Scientist. She is an angler. Governor nets plus 100% output. Wow, so if we made her a governor... Can great scientists be governors? will tutor your descendants if not a general, governor, or on the council. They can be. So if we come to Roma here and we were to install her as a governor, she could increase Roma's... Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. So she could increase the output from the nets we have here, which is actually really, really good. I think that's probably the best option we have right now. Oh yeah, look at that. Tons of science. Basically, the only thing she won't increase the output of is civics, but she also won't hurt the growth. Wow, I really like that. Let's go here and choose her. Okay, so she's gonna run this city from now on. And then we have our, our main leader, Romulus the Strong, and we have to decide where we're gonna put him, because he can now govern somewhere else. And I think there's some value in him governing... Well, Boventum isn't growing right now, anyway. That's the real question, is whose borders are growing, who is experiencing good growth. 14.4 there, 13 there, 10 there. So he's gonna lower the growth, which is why I'm looking at the growth stat there. And we'll go ahead and look here. Oh, we need a garrison first, okay. So we need a garrison before we can install him as a governor, but that's fine. That's something we can build with one of these workers when they clear up. Alright. Seems decent. Now, I'm trying to remember, Ostia is part of the Claudius family, and they are the ones that train rural specialists in half the time. So it is kind of inconvenient that we do need to build a garrison there in order to have a governor, but it's one of those things that you kind of have to do, so we'll do it. It's really not the end of the world to be doing that. In this instance, I don't think we have another city that belongs to the Valerius, so we might as well just take this unit and kind of send it out here. Oh, I guess we can't move that far, though. So let's go ahead and move this far, and we'll just hang them out here for the moment. Hop over to our next unit. We've got the correct military here, and I'm actually just going to move them back onto Ostia where they can hang out. And I think that's really it. We did discover navigation, so we need to pick a new research here. Now, the recommended at this time is the polis, which will give us the hamlet. That will increase gold generation, I guess. Adjacent theaters and baths have plus 10%. I can't remember what theaters and baths do. Okay, so that's civics, not civics, culture. That's culture from theaters, and baths will generate growth. Oh, wow, okay. That's actually really good. We need to build more baths, guys. That's a thing. I want to view the tech tree real quick, because I don't know if we actually have baths. So the polis will give us that. Drama will give us the amphitheater. Did we already get baths? Baths seem extremely powerful. Centralization, vassalization. I'm not sure where baths are even located. Huh. Yeah. Like, I feel like we probably got it already, but it's not exactly... Like, I wish there was a search function here. Because without a search function, I'm kind of trying to guess whether or not we picked it up and what technology it was tied to. Barracks, hamlet, theater, walls. I'm not seeing baths though, guys. I've got a monastery, temple, fort, quarry. Yeah, I don't see a bath. I don't think we actually have those yet, unfortunately, because those would be really, really nice now that we know that they generate growth. Hamlets will also... Well, no, that's what we're looking at getting, because that will help us to generate a little bit more from our theaters and baths, as well as generating some extra gold. Yeah, I don't see the bath here anywhere. And, like, I'm legitimately looking for it now, because if it increases growth, it's a huge, huge thing for... There it is. Okay, so baths are way, way down the line here. And in order to get there, we're gonna need to get things like Spoked Wheel and Drama. I think what we'll actually do is we'll go for Drama before we go for the Polis, and the reason for that is because the Hamlet's bonuses aren't going to apply to anything we have right now. And we actually don't have access to Drama, I forget, because it draws random cards for you, which is fine. So in that case, I guess what we'll do is... Enables Scribes. Enables Palace. Interesting. Interesting. Once again, I was like, guys, we'll do this other thing. No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the recommended one. I forget that it draws you like a set of random cards that you have to choose from. In a moment of anxiety, your wife confides in you. After such a tragic loss, she worries that your son, Prince Numerius, her favorite, may be next. She pleads with you to change the succession so your other child, Duke Apius, becomes the heir. Okay. I don't know that I'm comfortable doing that. Really? We're a primogenitor, which means the oldest child inherits. If we were to change it, she wants us to change it so that Numerius is not going to inherit anymore, and Apius is instead. Interesting. Huh. So that's... We would have to change it to an ultimogenitor, which is what? Youngest child inherits. Why in the... No! No, 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 no. Nuh-uh. Lady, you gotta calm down. We're not doing that. We're not handing our nation over to a child. That's what Persia did. We're not doing that. So how about no? Numerius will be better. You already hate me anyway. Why do I care? Like, you hate me already. It's all good. Time passes quickly. Prince Numerius is growing up fast and eager to learn. How would you like to educate Numerius? Okay. So... This is a tough one, right? Duchess Scribonia Claudia... generates good dust or gold in science. I play a lot of Endless, guys, so I immediately thought of dust. So gold in science, and then Duke Remus here is training and science. So it seems like we could do with some more civics. I'm gonna go ahead and have him do rhetoric. That seems like a decent choice. Something real. Make a decision about this event. Atosa the diplomat has returned, and you meet in an empty wing of the palace. Your attraction remains as strong as ever, but life has grown more complicated. Hoping to ease the pain of leaving, Atosa the diplomat asks for a declaration of your love. She will return, but wishes to know your intentions before departing. Okay. So we could gain some XP and have her fall in love with us, or we could go ahead and say that our marriage comes first. Opinion of you angry, estranged from King Romulus. 100% Gauls. So I don't think that this actually influences anything. Like, it doesn't say Atosa the diplomat is estranged. Okay, could lead to future events. Interesting. So this is problematic for a couple of reasons. I think if we go with this, it might actually add her to our court, and then we could potentially use her as a diplomat, which wouldn't be a bad idea. But if we do this, then it could lead to future events. Which is weird, because, like, I don't know if we're ever going to recover the opinion of our Gallian wife, right? Like, we already messed that up pretty badly here. So I guess we could go with... Oh, this is tough. This is tough, man. We're already, like, it's one of those situations where we're already a cheater, so, like, do we just double down on it, or what? Yeah, let's double down on it. Let's double down on it and see what chaos that causes. Okay, next unit here. This is our scout. We kind of already have an idea where we want to go. We do want to try to expand a little bit quickly here so that we can prevent Persia from over-expanding into our area. There's not a ton of area for them to uncover. Like, I guess they haven't been up here. We could send them all the way up here. Let's do that. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea. This scout is probably going to die unless we force march him. If we do that, it's going to cost us 100 training. Oof. I think it's worth it, though, to protect him. We're going to force march him there and move him into a forest where he's got some cover. That is a scrub, not a forest. Okay, this is a forest. There we go. So he's now safe, and we know that there are barbarians up here for us to take out, which is actually kind of cool because it means that we can then take this army up here to fight them soon. We go ahead and end the year. There are a lot of barbarians up there. You are now at truce with Gauls. Awesome. That's actually a really good thing. I wanted to be allied with the Gauls rather than enemies, so I'm okay with this. Let's go ahead and move this military up here. We're also going to move these spearmen up here. They're going to leave their city for the moment, which will cause discontent, so I'm not sure that even that is a good idea. But I know that this one unit can't take on 4 barbarian units on its own. Oh, wait a minute. You guys saw that, right? Well, you didn't see that probably because my webcam is in the spot. Okay, here we go. Pasture finished, quarry finished, resource shortfall, we bought some more iron. And then let's just bounce around through this and see if it can get us to the event for what happened. Because oh my gosh, guys, it finally happened. It's done. The horrible, horrible things have occurred. So we could build another mine here, which is going to cost us 20 wood, which we do not have. So we could buy some wood there. Hold on, guys. Let me get this figured out. We're going to buy 20 wood so we can build another mine here. And the reason for that is, once again, we need more of that iron to come in. Okay. So this worker is just going to build another road. We'll get to the event, guys. I promise it'll be worth the wait. I promise it'll be worth the wait. Scout here is going to move up. Going to move up again. Just working on uncovering as much of this sort of fog of war as we can. Alright, next unit. We can get 2 orders up to there, that's pretty nice. Oh wow, we can actually harvest from this far out, that's crazy. We can harvest gems here as well. So this would be a cool place for us to expand to, because we can see there are some resources here as well. Pearls, that would be a nice grab. Of course, Antium might expand that far as well, but I don't think it will. Alright, let's go to this now. You guys ready? End of an era. King Romulus the Strong has died. We meet his passing with hushed voices and heavy hearts. Prepare the way for King Numerius the New, heir to the throne of Rome. Remember how I just said we weren't going to put a kid on the throne? Well, I guess we are. Long live King Numerius the New. So now the Gauls are at 50% with us, I guess? Which is... oh boy. They are at truce, but their strength is much stronger. That's not good. Alright, long live King Numerius the New. So at least... oh, the Queen Mother doesn't even show up in our court anymore. That's interesting. King Romulus the Strong. Promote... what? What? They want me to promote King Romulus the Strong, who's dead now. So, sure, we'll give him discipline, even though he's dead now. Heir education. Time passes quickly. Prince Appius is growing up fast and eager to learn. How would you educate Appius? I want him to study tactics. I think we're gonna need a new tactician. Enact serfdom. Desired by Claudius landowners. Control 6 urban improvements. Let me check the families right now. So Valerius is actually in a bad place. Control 5 developing cities desired by Valerius patrons. We only have 1 city that is technically developing right now. And to get to developing... we need a culture step with 200 culture. That's actually not a... uh-oh, you guys see this? Index out of range exception. Index was outside the bounds of the array. That's not good. We've had an error like that before, and that's caused problems, but hopefully it won't be... oh boy. It is gonna keep reoccurring. So that's okay. We're gonna hope that this doesn't actually stop us from playing. I'm gonna go for Control 5 developing cities here, because the Valerius seat is the least happy seat. And we'll hope that that will help us to kind of get them back into the good graces of the Empire as a whole. We're out of orders, so that's probably going to be it for this turn. Oh, this is rough, man. We're now being led by a small child. I don't know if this is a good thing. The Hanging Gardens have been completed by Carthage. Hey, and we're able to continue. That's nice. Egypt has begun to construct the pyramids. That makes a lot of sense. We know that Egypt is historically the builders of the pyramids. Let's go ahead and move over here and get another road built. Slowly but surely, we are carving that road out for Baventum. And then we've got another worker here, and because we're low on wood right now, I think it might actually make sense to just go ahead and cut trees. That seems like a good deal. He can continue moving here. I don't know if he can continue to cut trees, though. I don't know if we could, like, get away with doing this again this turn. That would actually be good if we could, though. We cut trees here? No, that's flat scrub. Maybe we'll just have him start building a thing. He could build a pasture here. That would give us some more growth and food. That's fine. Let's do that. And then we have this guy over here. What are we going to have him do? This is a good spot for a farm. We could go build a farm there. We could build a mine right here. Adjacent mines generate plus 10% iron. We don't really need to do that given where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and move over here and do a farm. let's go ahead and see what we can reveal up here. Probably way too far out to harvest those. Yeah, we are. But you can't blame me for trying, folks. I'm just trying to get everything we can here because very quickly the world is expanding. Okay, let's jump over here. I'm honestly surprised we've been able to harvest these things so far out. But I'm not going to complain about it by any means. Okay. How many more movement do we have? Uh-oh. I made a mistake. Oh well, if he dies here, then I guess we... Wow, look at how many units they have here. That's actually kind of scary. I feel like we definitely want to deal with these guys sooner than later, but they have a lot of military strength here that we have to deal with. Can we actually analyze the units? They have 3 attack, 2 movement. We have 5.7 attack, 2 movement, and 6 initiative. And we have additional damage versus tribes. I'm not sure if that counts against barbarians or if that's a different ability, but I think it's the same ability. Okay, well, there we go. I bet you if we check this one we can see, because they probably have a similar thing. No, they don't. Alright. So maybe we can just engage a little bit with this army, but I can't say for sure. Peaceable Kingdom. On a recent visit home, King Numerius the New fills the palace with animals from a nearby wood, birds, lizards, and furry beasts. He cares for them like a loving father. Upon Numerius' return to school, you suggest ways for him to further his interest. Study group care and behavior. He'll become a herder, which means that pastures and camps will give additional output. That would actually make him a great governor for our city right here, Antium. Wade among the lakes and rivers, become angler. That gives us better output from nets. We already have a governor that does that. To ride is to know true freedom. Becomes equestrian, plus 100 XP for new mounted units. That's actually really, really good too. But I feel like this is going to be the best for us right now. Slavery or freedom. In Rome, in need of decision regarding its labor force, some in court support the system of slavery, while others wish to keep freedom a virtue. We will keep slaves, which is youch. That's youch to me. Plus 5 orders per year, all cities plus 1 discontent per year. Not worth. Our subjects will be free, plus 2 science per year in all cities. Let's go with that. And the other thing is too, like historically Rome had slaves. That worked out real well for them. Real well. We're not gonna do that. We don't need a Spartacus on our hands. Sorry guys, that's not gonna happen. Alright. Gonna go ahead and end our year here. Seems good. Oh, they are just whooping on that scout right there. Envoys from Persia return to the capital hoping to repay our favor. They have given us a choice of rewards from their finest traders. Rare polished stone, gave favor, plus 20 opinion. We get 110 stone. Logistical aid from the court, that's orders, or we can get civics. We have tons of stone coming in, we have tons of civics coming in. I think I'll just take the orders. The orders seem better. Let's move this guy down here. Move down here again. Just kind of getting an idea what's up around this area. Gosh, I'm sorry, guys. My sinuses this morning are being unreal. Give me 1 second, folks. Alright, I'm back. I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on with my sinuses lately. I think it's because a rain just came through and it like washes all the pollen out of the air. It's super fun, guys. Super fun. Okay. Let's move this worker over here. Let's get a road going. And then we have another free worker here who just built our first mine. So now we're not at negative on iron. We're basically maintaining exactly as much as we need. But we will have a new mine here soon that's going to produce even more. Ostia is a city that benefits from rural improvements, and I believe the mine is considered a rural improvement. Yes, it looks to be, because it doesn't require an urban hex. At least that's my understanding of what a rural improvement is. So we could potentially build another mine here, but it takes wood that we do not have. That would give us 3 mines adjacent to each other, which would increase their output by 10%. And it also enables us to train miners here, which will give us even more resources. So I think in this instance, we'll go ahead and buy 20 wood, because we have plenty of gold, and we'll build another mine. We are going to have some massive production capabilities here pretty quickly. Alright, let's go exploring. What have you found, my friend? Another mountain. Lots and lots of Gauls. That's what we've discovered. Many Gauls. Wow, the Gallian Empire is actually pretty huge at this point. Like, I don't know if they're not technically an empire, right? They're a tribe, but they are a massive, massive tribe. These guys have 3 attack. We have 5.7, but we also have initiative. Let's go for it. They're kind of hurt already, too. Let's do it. Okay. So we didn't kill them, but we did significant damage. We took a little bit of damage there as well, though. They have more forces here, so they might overwhelm us. If they do, that's going to be kind of painful, but it is what it is. They did come after our scout, which is why I'm like, we need to go deal with these guys. Plus, I'd really, really like to found a city here, actually. This is kind of a great spot for a city, mainly because of these pearls right next to it. There's a lot to be had there, so to speak. I bet you we could give that seat to the Valerius family, or perhaps to the Julius family, because they do generate... I mean, they're more of the financial family, so they might be able to get more out of those pearls in the long run. Provided that pearls are what I believe them to be, which is a valuable resource. They may not be in this game. I haven't gotten far enough to know yet. Okay. We have a spearman here in Ostia whose job is to defend Ostia, and by doing so, we actually should lower our discontent. Yes, that's awesome. That actually freezes our discontent here, which is great. I don't know why we're not gathering incense from these. Oh, because we don't have land consolidation yet. Okay. That makes more sense. After these mines, I think we want to start building culture improvements to work towards our 5 developing cities. I don't know why this is a legacy now. Also, wouldn't our... I thought our brother Duke Remus was... Well, I guess not. I guess not. He's our uncle. He's second in line to inherit the throne right now. So we can go for Spoked Wheel here. We can go for Forestry, which will give us the Lumber Mill. That's actually great, because we're kind of running out of wood right now, so I'm not opposed to getting this. Although getting music... Starts the music. Oh, that's great. That actually unlocks the music in the game. Okay, so getting theater here would allow us to start building culture in all of our cities a little bit faster. But at the same time, if we go with Spoked Wheels, we gain access to Chancellors. All cities get plus 8 gold per year. Capital City gets plus 32 gold and 10 orders per year. That seems really strong. We'd also gain access to the Chariot here. I do think the Lumber Mill is more important, though, because of our resource situation. So I'm going to go for the Lumber Mill there. We have hostile neighbors. A Carthaginian diplomat requests an audience saying that she speaks for Dido. Our mighty ruler appreciates your cooperation in paying the tribute owed to our nation. Now that our relationship has been established, she desires to sample your goods. She bows before the court. Will you agree to trade with us? We agree to a limited trade deal. Trade boost for Rome, plus 6 gold. Trade boost for Carthage, plus 6 gold. Queen Dido, the Wise of Carthage, memory, plus 20 opinion. King Numerius becomes cowardly. Politely decline. I'm not going to become cowardly for some money. That doesn't seem particularly useful. Nah, not worth. We're not cowardly. We'll fight you in the streets if we have to. Okay, next unit is going to be the spearmen here that we just kind of want to hang out. We can promote them if we'd like, but that's just going to burn training and things that we'd rather not do. So let's go ahead and sentry them. Wake of an enemy unit. Oh, nice. That's perfect. Same here. Sentry. I don't need to wake them now. End the year. Beautiful. So our orders there are going to get turned into gold, and unfortunately... Oh, wow. Okay, so they're going hard on this unit. We need to get it out of dodge. Message from your heir, Appius. Paint a vivid picture of his tactics training, stern officers, challenging drills, strategic thinking. Over the past few weeks, Appius has been surviving in the forest, learning to use the wild to his advantage. Oh, he's a savage now, y'all. Survival skills will serve him well on the front lines. It's good for him to learn how to exploit weakness. So this would give him wisdom instead of courage and make him a great general or spy master. Use legitimacy to buy orders. Wow, that's kind of strong. Plus 2 orders per war. Scouts always hidden. That's kind of cool. If we go with this, though, and he becomes a leader, then it's plus 10 XP per year for idle units, plus 1 fatigue limit. All cities can hurry production with orders. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Plus, he ends up with just positive stats there. Here, he gets a minus to courage. Let's do survival skills. We'll teach him well. Unfortunately, though, folks, that is all the time we have for this one. I can't wait to pick it up. I'm gonna do this before we end, though, now that I think about it, because I don't want to forget next time. And we need to get these people to safety, because they're getting hurt real bad there. We did kind of get some damage in, and then they ganged up on us, which I kind of expected to happen, but at least we didn't lose our units, which was more of a concern there because of the time that it takes to generate additional units. Okay, that's going to be it for this one, though, folks. We will pick this up again next week.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!